What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. Sorry, I did miss you guys last weekend, last Saturday. I did promise that I was going to do a live, but I couldn't do it. God knows, as you can see, this left eye is still my right eye, honestly. It's your left, my right. Is still under the weather. It's like the last few touches, and I've been extremely busy with a few other things. Away from the squeeze and the MOAS and all the stock investing and all that stuff. People who need it, need life, and in life, who are forgotten about, are not forgotten in AB's world. So anyways, I'm not going to promise when the next live is. Could be tomorrow, honestly, since it's a Friday. But we're in very, 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 very special waters now. And as I always tell you guys, remember 3 months ago, the only person on YouTube or even on Twitter or whatever, I don't even use Twitter much at all, actually. But anyways, I should start doing so. But the only person that told you, remember when the pounds talk was talked about? Remember those months ago? And everybody was coming up with theories on the pounds and all that stuff. I gave you a simple way for AMC to improve their fundamentals and their ways. And what was my prediction? I will share it on the next live so that you guys won't say, oh, he said, and you got to go with it. No, I will share the clip as well from that live where I shared with you guys my thoughts on what AMC should do. And I think the board, and maybe Adam Aaron, is specifically heard me out on that one. They didn't give me my shout out though, but it's all good. As long as they do it, that's good for me and for the rest of the community. But what that prediction was about the partnership with Netflix, not necessarily with running or owning Netflix, or buying Netflix out, but no, more so of these streaming. You guys remember I broke down that those streaming services, even Amazon Prime, even Apple TV, like there's so many different streaming services nowadays. Hulu, all of them are doing, like, they're shooting movies, they're shooting stuff, and then it costs them a lot of money. Well, if they're gonna excel, because they're under a very thin line, and in the same time on the other side there's like a very sharp knife, and they're dancing around it. They can't not make movies, because then that would make them lose the competition and overall inevitably losing their company and their subscriptions. So they need to make movies that are specifically only aired on their platforms. However, if someone who didn't, and I pointed this out, the only person to point this out, you guys fact check me, then again, I will fact check you and myself when, as always, as AB always does, when on the next live I share that clip with all of you so you could hear it come out of my mouth as well, months ago. But anywho, since those movies can only be accessed to the people who are sub to the channel or to those platforms, Netflix or Apple or whatever, then it's impossible for a consumer or a subscriber to subscribe to 8 or 10 different, unless they just got that kind of money to just funnel away, to have 10 different subscriptions with 10 different platforms just so you can see that one movie that pops out once a month or something. Yeah, that's something else, right? But anywho, to have Netflix air that movie for a special window at AMC first, that gives Netflix access to people who are not sub to their platform. And then the movie either way will be also on Netflix, so their subs will also get to enjoy that. But Netflix get to make an extra income from airing it at AMC. Why not? It's the most famous and brand on the street. Let's face it. And it's also the apex of its own industry. So it's a win-win situation for both sides. And that's why I named and I pointed that out months ago before the recent announcements now and the talks and materialization. So Now AMC gets an extra income of, business and money. It doesn't even have to do anything but split the profits. It's income in business. If it's a good movie, they make money. Well, both parties are happy. It's extra money for Netflix or other streaming platforms. If they also, I'm pretty sure they're going to get encouraged and do the same thing. Because again, this was a venue that was not tapped. So extra money, better money, more money for them, for all. It's great all around for all of us, whether from AMC's side or those platforms. This is why months ago, when people were thinking pounds, I was thinking, we're not in a position back then. We were not in a position to do pounces and all that stuff. We're under the weather. We're under the storm of shorts. And quite frankly, we're not, like, in my opinion, when people ask me, like, hey, what is AMC share worth? In my opinion, it's worth way over $1 million a share. However, wait a second, don't say now AB is saying $1 million a share. No, financial advice. AB is not a financial advisor, but truthfully, that's what realistically it's worth, probably even more, due to all the crime that has been done to it. Will they let it get to that? Again, since I'm giving out opinions, that's not even in the stratosphere. It's not feasible. Nobody can even cash that out. But then again, you got to remember, AMC and even other meme stocks that have been criminally played with, those shorts, like if you think about it, every crime in America is almost dealt with instantly. And we got this whole cancel culture going on, and everything gets tapped. If somebody gets talks about or does something against what the trend is nowadays, or whatever if somebody goes over somebody else's rights, somebody wrongs somebody, it's instant. That the reaction is very instant, and it's dealt with the Constitution ASAP. This is the one and only thing, if you come and think about it on a deeper level, that it almost seems like, well, I don't want to say it almost feels like, it looks like that the law almost don't exist. The most free, quote unquote, the most free nation and constitution in the world is letting the elite 1% get away with crimes day in and day out. I'm not mentioning something new. This is the truth. And it almost looks like there's like, if I could imagine something or give you a best analogy or example, it's like there is a major crime right in front of me, but in order for me to not think about it or not not let it affect me, I just look the other way and act like that's not even going on. And this is what I feel like the law or the people charged with the law have been doing. And I'm not trying to entice anybody or throw any accusations at anyone and all that stuff. And God knows, you guys know AB went through a funny chapter of that not just too long ago. Wink, wink. And so you got to remember, the 1%, history does not, it literally, we could say history rhymes, it doesn't repeat itself, but it sure do look like it's repeating itself over and over again as these days, because you see the 1%, same thing as the 1% back in the days, they're always, when it comes to their own asses, the law could take a pause. They hit the pause on the law button. But when it's anything that has to do with anything or anyone else, then the other 99% or anyone else, the law is swift. It's fast. It does not see it has no mercy. It's unfortunate, right? But this is what we're in for. And again, for me, it's pointless to think anything down, negative or whatever. So anyways, in the next live, I'm going to show you that clip of the AMC proposal and the whole Netflix thing. And so crazy how it happened. Spot on, exactly as I said. Plus, we're going to talk about the very, 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 very special reason why I say we're in very special waters right now. And something special is going to happen within the next few weeks, maybe even sooner. But I'll share more on that on the next live, which is most likely tomorrow. Timing, I don't know, but be careful. Do not think that whatever you see is truly it's truly what it is. I'm trying to not say things that could, harm me, but in the same time, be careful. I'll see you in the next live, and don't read or don't get caught up too much with what is happening as of late, because again, we are finalizing phase 4, and it's all coming together, people. You don't need an everyday an everyday talk about the same thing or whatever. Yeah, we could talk about new developments that happen. It makes sense, yes, so you can stay up to date and see how the beauty of it all unraveling. But you do not need, none of us need an everyday talk about this. However, I will break down my case for the next thing, the next move on the charts. I will show it to you tomorrow, and you will see it on the SPY, you'll see it on AMC, and you'll see it on all of them. So, much love. Sorry for the longer video, but it's valuable. So, much love, AB Investments.